and welcome back to the Dungeon of Bad Decisions. This is the 39th installment of Annie Attempts to Explain Things. I'm your host, Anna, and this week's topic is Pathfinder Alchemists. Okay, so back on the old loves of mine, another opportunity for fun to be found in the Pathfinder Advanced Class Guide is the Alchemists. They're more universally loved than witches, mostly because they're easier to make OP. Goblin plus alchemist plus some unique racial feats and traits equals a power giver's love. Or at least something they would find acceptable and entertaining. And they're also just generally less squishy and easier to play than witches are. Alchemists are not unique in that you can build them a couple different ways. What does make them special is that you can build them to be support or a tank, depending on whether you go from the more traditional build of what basically amounts to a magical demolitions expert. Mostly range, you make things go boom. Rely more on mutagens, think a barbarian werewolf style Jekyll and Hyde, but with better control. Or for the potion crafter, the party doesn't have to shell out nearly as much for healing potions. And it's not, if you don't have a bard, you're not completely SOL on buffs and boosts. You can spread your abilities around to have a little in all three or even just two, which plenty of people do. Like, a lot of people go for the potion crafter and then also like either the mutagen or boom. But in my experience, you can bring the most to the party if you've got a bard for buffs, a cleric or a paladin for healing. Let them do their things, and you just run around scaring the shit out of enemies with some badass transformations, or just straight blowing them up. And yeah, blowing stuff up is fun. Less fun if most of your party is melee oriented and you're too low level to have the feats that allow you to aim around them without taking minuses to your attack. But if you go the bomber route and take the improved initiative feat, you can go first in a fight more often and set enemies on fire safely before your hitters get too close. And, you also, as you level up, you get more splash damage and they're on fire for longer and whatever. Which is why it's nice sometimes to have yourself primarily on mutagens with a side of boom, especially if you've got a lot of melee fighters in your party. Look, blowing stuff up is fun. And your DM is less likely to veto it than a gunslinger, because alchemists are still well within the, the medieval aesthetic, so you can still have that boom without pissing off your DM as much, I guess. Though if you go Goblin Alchemist, your DM may accuse you of power gaming. If you enjoyed this video, check out more content in the links in the description below for the Dungeon by Decisions Discord server, and my blog where I post quotes, anecdotes, and photos from the tabletop games I play in at the dungeonbydecisions.tumblr.com, and to support my Patreon. Special thanks again to Crunchy Chompy for being a Conqueror patron, to Polygon and Tarek for being average adventurers. Click here to check out the rest of the series, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Roll 20s, y'all!